From having just a few countries participating, the Olympics today is considered a global sport event with the presence of most nations in the world. It showcases admirable sportsmanship, where many great athletes leave their mark with outstanding achievements. The Olympics, especially for sports enthusiasts like me, always shine brightly and inspire. The sacred flame from Athens is carried around the world before Olympic Games begin, not only bearing the message of sports, but also connecting and promoting peace among nations. An Olympic Paris 2024 promises to continue that beautiful tradition, marking the return of the Games to the City of Light after 100 years. However, higher the expectation, higher the disappointment. The opening ceremony turned out to be the worst disaster in history, with accusations of religious offenses. Athletes complained about the all-vegetarian meals with no meat. Triathlon swimming practice canceled due to the pollution of the Seine River, and there were controversies surrounding the sexual assault of an Australian female athlete right in central Paris. The Paris Olympics is becoming a real circus with all the ridiculous antics and dramas. It's really tarnishing the image of France in the eyes of the global audience and fans. Seriously to said, Paris, the glamorous city of France, is this how you show off? Our international friends are utterly confused by the poor organization of the host country. This is supposed to be a global sports event, not a joke. Here are the factors that could potentially make this year's Olympics the biggest disaster in history. First, the disastrous opening ceremony of the Paris 2024 Olympics was the most talked about topic, and this controversy shows no sign of abating. The International Olympic Committee, IOC, even had to apologize for this catastrophic spectacle, and the official Olympic YouTube channel had to hide a clip showcasing the highlights of the Paris 2024 opening ceremony. Male dancers dressed as women, transgender models, and a naked singer lying on a table. All of it created a highly controversial scene during a performance supposedly depicting Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting, The Last Supper. While the idea behind it might have been clear, but the performance was downright crude. Many people believe this act was a blatant insult to billions of Christians worldwide. Not stopping there, the opening ceremony also featured a scene of 3 dancers wearing colorful costumes, hugging and kissing each other, causing outrage, and then one dancer even made a door-closing gesture. Many Catholic organizations strongly condemned these performances. Even the French Bishops' Conference declared it's a mockery that hurts Catholics. Consequently, sponsors have all fled after the organizers' disastrous ceremony, and the opening video theme of the Paris 2024 Olympics, Disappear, has also attracted more than 500 million views on China's largest social media, Weibo. Truly a disgrace for the host nation France. The opening ceremony had so many mistakes that people can't stop talking about it. When the Korean sports delegation moved along the Seine River during the opening ceremony, but the organizers introduced them as the team from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. No one could have imagined that such basic mistakes could occur in a major sports festival like the Olympics. Not only that, a French TV show also made everyone laugh out loud because they confused the Korean flag. This wasn't just a simple mistake, but this is even a combined Korean and Japanese version of the flag. And there was another moment that escalated the controversy, which was the incident where the organizers hung the Olympic flag upside down. In reality, even before the Paris Olympics began, there were some dramas, and the most controversial must mention the presence of beach volleyball athlete Steven van de Velde from the Dutch team. Previously, he was sentenced 13 months in prison in the UK in 2016 for some child-related offenses. You can look it up yourself. If I mention it here, my channel will disappear. Faced with criticism, the IOC has shifted the responsibility to the Dutch Olympic Committee, stating that athlete selection was the responsibility of each national committee, while the Dutch Olympic Committee claimed they had taken specific measures to ensure a safe environment for all participants with Van de Velde's presence in the Olympic. As requested by this athlete, he wouldn't stay in the Olympic Village and wouldn't appear in any media. The disastrous opening ceremony was just the beginning of a series of scandals at the Paris Olympics. French prosecutors are investigating death threats against 3 Israeli athletes competing in the Games. On July 26, an email was sent to these 3 athletes with a threat to kill them. And on the same day, their personal information was illegally leaked on Telegram. Those are issues unrelated to sports, so we can somewhat sympathize. But the following incidents are beyond any excuse from the host organizers. On the second day of competition, they accidentally played the wrong national anthem of South Sudan and immediately had to apologize. This mistake comes from men's basketball, where the South Sudan team defeated Puerto Rico in their first ever Olympic appearance. The organizers played wrong anthem for almost 20 seconds before realizing it due to the loud protests from the fans in the arena. Right after the match, South Sudan athlete Nuni Omot expressed his disappointment and said that, "This incident is like pouring fuel on the fire. We feel disrespected, but our team won't give up. We need to put more effort to showcase our talent to the world and gain the respect we deserve." Recently, in the women's 100-meter swimming semifinal, when swimmer Macarena Ceballos stepped out for the introduction, the electronic board behind her unexpectedly displayed the Chinese flag instead of Argentina. Ceballos looked back and laughed, even though no Chinese athletes competing in that event. This is the second drama that Argentina faced at this year's Olympics. First incident made Javier Mascherano exclaim, "This is the biggest circus I've ever witnessed in my life." Meanwhile, Lionel Messi sitting in America was shocked and in disbelief. The Argentine men's football team equalized 2-2 in the 16-minute of injury time against Olympic Morocco, but the match was stopped for nearly 2 hours as organizers allowed spectators to throw objects onto the field. When play resumed, Argentina's goal was disallowed, and both teams played the remaining 3 minutes in an empty stadium. Many believe this might be the host's way of retaliating against Argentina for Enzo Fernandez's racist incident. After basketball and football, it's time for the triathlon, where we continue to witness the infuriating organizational blunders of the host country. The first training session for athletes in this sport was cancelled because the Seine River was accused of being polluted. Recently, Canadian triathlete Tyler Mislachuk vomited 10 times after swimming through the polluted Seine River to complete a race segment at Paris Olympics 2024. Television footage captured the athlete vomiting violently due to the river water was so polluted. After completing the exam, he shared, "I didn't come here to be in the top 10, but I tried my best. I gave it my all, no regrets, even though I had to vomit 10 times." Previously, the Seine River had to postpone the competition for a few days due to the water quality not meeting safety standard. On July 17th, Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo personally soaked in the river to prove that it was clean enough to hold the competition. Right from the most basic aspects of the Olympics, the organizers have failed. One of the most annoying issues is ensuring suitable accommodation for athletes. Many sports teams have complained that they were not provided with air conditioning and had to sleep on cardboard beds. From the beginning, the host country France announced a policy of not installing air conditioning in the Olympic Village to meet green criteria, protect the environment, and save electricity. But strangely enough, they allow teams to rent them. The organization of this year's Olympics is really confusing when it comes to a country that's always considered and also considers itself the most elegant in Europe. I mean, it's truly baffling how a country that prides itself on elegance and sophistication could serve such disastrous meals. I don't know how amazing French cuisine is, but the German athletes had to exclaim, "The food is like a disaster." That's me putting it as gently as possible. They also revealed that they had to wait in long lines just to get into the Olympic Village dining hall, only to be served poor quality meals. Just look at the photos posted by the Chinese athletes, and you'll understand how bad it was. It was so bad that many British athletes refused to eat at the Olympic Village. The head of the British Olympic team had to bring chefs from England and set up a facility just a 15-minute drive away to provide proper food for the athletes. Initially, the Paris Olympic Organizing Committee proudly announced that they would provide Michelin star quality meals for the athletes, but it turns out their claims were far from the truth. According to inside sources, 2/3 of the 500 dishes served were vegetarian, like the red wine braised beef actually made from synthetic meat. In the Olympic Village, where the athletes gather, eggs and grilled chicken are rationed, leading to long lines and shortages of popular foods. Approximately 40,000 meals are prepared at the Olympic Village every day, but the organizers only equipped one dining hall with a capacity of 3,300 people. Athletes have to wait in long lines to get their food, and not everyone gets a chance. All makes for a chaotic scene at mealtime. Besides the obvious and widely discussed information, there are still quite a few shocking incidents that are cleverly hidden by the organizers. The controversy surrounding the gang rape of an Australian athlete in Paris is still raising a lot of eyebrows. Not to mention the complex political issues, like Russia only having 15 athletes participating. They can't participate in team events. They have to participate as neutrals without their national flag and not allowed to sing their national anthem. It's been less than a week since the Paris Olympics, but there have been a series of controversial dramas. The stains on the organization of the host country, France, will be remembered forever. When compared to the 2008 Beijing Olympics, everything is so different from the current Olympic Paris. If they can't improve in time for the upcoming competition days, then when we talk about the Paris Olympics 2024, we can only call it one of the worst and most forgettable Olympics in human history. Thank you for watching the video. I'm Honey Badger. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive the latest videos. Now, goodbye and see you in the next videos.